We have some really great discussion happening on the David Pakman Show subreddit, and some not so good, which I will point to today. You can find the subreddit at davidpakman.com/Reddit. That's REDDIT. Here's a post I spotted this morning, and this is really sad. A user, Illustrious Worth, writes, "My father is a right-wing conservative, and he's too deep into MAGA-Land. He's even trying to drag me into it. What can I do to get him out? I should probably explain further," they write. "The majority of my family members are Democrats, and my father is pretty much the only Republican in the family. He's been making me listen to conservative radio for the past few months so he can, as he puts it, give you a different perspective. He does listen to me and my opinions from time to time, but he's the dominant one when it comes to political issues. I'm going to try to make him watch an episode of Dave's radio show," I think that means me, "or at least listen, but I understand that he may not change his view instantly." This is a really tough thing, and this is affecting a lot of families. And in terms of advice and deprogramming people, as I've said before, I don't know what the wholesale strategy is for deprogramming nearly 75 million Trumpists. I don't know what that is. They seem really strongly programmed. It's resistant to change, that programming. But the best way is, if you have the time, individual relationships over longer periods of time. It's a lot of work, but it's starting to talk to your dad about how did he come to the conclusions that he came to? How does he determine that something is true and something they should believe? What does it mean to them that they believe that's how the world is? Or what would it mean to them if the reality was different than that which they believe? This can be a big revelation to a lot of people where they say, oh, there's a reason why I'm so attached to this belief. Because if I didn't believe it to be true, it would change my perspective of this, that, the other thing. This is really, really tough. But to be honest, if you're willing to put in the work, the best way, the retail strategy of building a relationship with someone and talking to them over months and months and examining where their beliefs come from and where their news comes from, it's one of the only ways that you can really change people's minds. But it is a hell of a lot of work. I don't envy that viewer whatsoever. Now, here's another one. I don't like this at all. I've said before on the show, tell me why I'm wrong about the things I actually say. Tell me where I'm wrong about the things I actually believe. But one of the things I am disgusted by the most is people who get mad at me about things I didn't say. And someone posted a Reddit thread about my view on masks that is not based in anything I've actually said. And the user writes, "Why David Pakman doesn't like wearing a mask. Every time Mr. Pac-Maniac talks about how he just follows the CDC guidelines and how he doesn't wear it outside, gives the impression he's disgusted with wearing it." No, I've never expressed that. And in fact, all along I've expressed, let's do what the CDC is saying. I'm not an anti-masker. The viewer goes on to say, "I get the impression he doesn't fully understand that wearing a mask can also protect you against catching cold, cough, etc. from someone else, as well as the seasonal influenza in the winter. But he doesn't even hint at that being a useful habit to adopt for U.S. society when seasonal influenza comes." This is the opposite of what I've said. First of all, when it comes to outdoor masking, people aren't catching the virus outside. People aren't catching the flu outside. People aren't catching colds outside. People aren't catching cough outside. And I've actually said it would be a really interesting way to deal with flu if during flu season, indoors where people actually transmit flu, grocery stores or whoever said, please wear a mask. Or if people just decided, hey, you know what? The experience of COVID is going to tell me during flu season, I'm going to choose to wear a mask indoors. This person is criticizing me for a belief that is the opposite of my belief. They go on to say, why is it that these types of entitled people, such as David, in the U.S. always feel their freedom is being violated when they're asked to do something for someone else? Seems they just don't want others telling them what to do. You people in the U.S. are way behind. It's almost like you're attacking me as if I were Rand Paul. I have never made the freedom and liberty argument about masks. What I've said all along is I've seen no evidence that this is being transmitted outdoors, but I'll wear it when the CDC says wear it outdoors. When the CDC said you don't have to wear it outdoors, I said that makes sense to me. I will follow the CDC guidelines and no longer wear the mask outdoors. It's not about freedom. I've always said I'm part of the team. I will do what needs to be done. If this is what we're doing right now to show that we are participating in the effort to defeat the virus, then I'm absolutely going to go ahead and do it. Guys, criticize me for things I've said. not for things I haven't said. Okay. Join the discussion at davidpakman.com/Reddit. That's REDDIT. One of our sponsors is privacy.com. They're giving you $5 when you sign up for their completely free service at privacy.com/Pakman. I've been using Privacy for a little over a year now. You've heard me talk about it before. It's a lifesaver, and here's how it works. It takes just a couple of minutes to set up. Anytime you buy something online or on the phone, instead of actually using your real credit card number, the Privacy app and the browser plugin let you give each company a randomized virtual credit card number that you create out of thin air. It'll even autofill the card number with one click. And the payment is taken out of your checking account without the merchant ever knowing your real information. So this allows you to keep your banking information secure, but also to take control of your finances. You can create up to 12 of these virtual credit cards a month. You can set spending limits. You can freeze them. You can delete them anytime you want. So when you do this, it means you're not going to be charged when you don't want to be, because you can destroy the virtual card number right after using it, which, for instance, I love using free trials because I know I won't be charged when the trial is over if I use a virtual credit card number. You're keeping your identity private by not telling companies who you are. You're keeping your bank or credit card info protected against data breaches and identity theft, and it's free. And like I said, you'll get $5 to spend when you sign up at privacy.com/Pakman.